Hi guys, welcome. I hope you've had a wonderful week and a wonderful month. This is the last weekend of the month, so almost there. As usual, this is going to be by elements. If you're not sure what element you belong to, you can check out the description box. It has links to all the elements and I've listed the signs there as well. You can click on the timestamps to jump to your own reading if you don't want to watch the whole video. There's also information about the decks that I'm using, whatever I have on the table every time. And if you want a private reading, there's also a link there so you can check that out. And yeah, I'm going by the usual order: water, air, fire, and earth. So let's start with water signs: Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, okay? What's up with water signs for the last weekend of September? Okay. We got the Fool and the Messenger of Fire. Now the Messenger of Fire would be Knight of Wands. Let's get one more. No. I want one more for water signs. Eight of Earth, so Eight of Pentacles. Oops, sorry about that. I was drawn to look at the Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. It's a very nostalgic card for me. So might be that you're thinking about something from the past, or something from the past is coming back into your life. Now, it doesn't need to be a person, okay? It might just be that you smell something that reminds you of home, okay? Fool here. First and foremost, very active, very energetic, very let's get going. Okay, something new, possibly a new person, possibly a fire sign. So Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. I will also link the Fool to Aries. So very possibly an Aries. Not necessarily, can just be someone very passionate, very fiery, very energetic, very kind of like go, 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 go without thinking much first. Might be entering your life, or you might be taking in this energy as well. It kind of seems to me like you are embarking on something new. Okay, and it's something that you've been kind of pondering on for a while. So it's not like it's just, oh yeah, this sounds good, let's do it. It's Eight of Pentacles is hard work for something for a long time until you master it, like playing a violin. So maybe it's finally time to take action for that. But I'm kind of drawn to this image of this Messenger of Fire and how she is protecting herself a little bit with the hands. And even her expression is kind of hesitant. So you might be a little bit afraid. Now, this Fool could be a possibility, a door opening, like, oh, by the way, this thing that you've been working on, or this thing that you've been kind of dreaming about, it's here. You can come get it. The door is open. Just come in and take it. And you're like, am I ready for this? But if you have been working on it, like really determined, you're ready for it, okay? Okay, that's 3. I was gonna say 2, but whatever. Let's take 3. It's fine. In silence, you hear the best advice. I'm pretty sure I got the same exact card for the Finnish water sign reading as well. Spread your beautiful kindness everywhere, and with intent and belief, there is nothing you can't achieve. Beautiful. Okay, if we look at this a little, in a little bit. Spread your beautiful kindness everywhere, and with intent and belief, there is nothing you can't achieve. Okay, with intent and belief, if you've been putting your intention on, I will eventually get there, and you have this opportunity to get there, you can achieve anything. You don't need to be so hesitant, okay? Spread your beautiful kindness everywhere. Now, this opportunity, make sure that it's not something like stepping over someone else. Like if you've been working really, really hard for like a promotion at work, make sure that this door that opens, it doesn't include stepping over someone else, like stabbing someone in the back. With kindness, you can get further, okay? Let's, honestly, it doesn't seem like that in the modern world, but if we proceed with kindness and all that, we feel better, people feel better about us, you can get further because people notice you being nicer, they notice your light, they notice your dedication. In silence, you hear the best advice, okay? I take this card as trust your inner guru, or whatever you want to call it, your gut. Take some time. If you feel a little hesitant, take your time, think about it, but don't stay stuck in that, I'm scared, I don't know what to do. Like, if your inner self tells you to go. You will do fine. It looks like you've been really preparing for something, so you'll do fine. The first step is always a little scary, okay? But especially for the Knight of Fire, Knight of Fire is very forward, very progressive. Now, just a little side note, because I noticed the bottom card again, the 6 of Cups. It might be the door that opens is related to someone from your past. Maybe someone comes into your life that you knew before. I'm getting this idea of an old teacher, an old co-worker that left the company that you're working for. They might come with an offer to you because they know you personally. So there might be a personal connection to this door. Okay? I hope you have a fantastic weekend, water signs. Next up, we have air signs. So Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. If any Libra happens to have a birthday this weekend, happy birthday. What is up for air signs for the weekend? see what we got. Everything is upside down. We have the Queen of Air. Okay, that's you. This is upside down or reversed. Three of Water, Three of Cups, Queen of Swords, and we have the Five of Swords. But this was reversed. I don't usually read reversed cards. If you have been following me for a while, you know this already, but it did fly out this way. I picked it up and it was reversed, clearly reversed. So let's see. The Three of Cups is a card of happy times with friends, to put it simply. Okay, and it looks like you are in your element because you are the Queen of Swords. I also see this as a very motherly energy, which is not your typical reading of the Queen of Swords. Okay, it's usually very cold and calculated, and especially people who are not air signs see the air suit as being rather cutthroat and cold. But if you look at her, you know, doesn't she just look lovely? Sorry about shaking the camera. She looks like she is ready to impart some knowledge, possibly on how to hunt using an owl or whatever. But still, someone wise, someone knowledgeable, someone you can trust, okay? It could be you. You could be dealing with an older woman who has these attributes. Or a man. It doesn't need to be a woman just because it's a queen. But that is what is coming up for me right now. With this Five of Air, Five of Swords, it is typically kind of a negative card. It's like, to me, it's like the fight is over, but did you really win? That's the kind of the sentence that I've applied to this card. And especially because it's this way, I really see like something is over and you can finally breathe. Okay, it feels like whatever it is, the worst is over. You can get to this kind of harmonious place, maybe have some fun if you haven't had a chance to in a while. There is just this kind of stillness in these cards, but it's not stagnant. It's a very pleasant kind of just almost like a meditational, like just taking a deep breath and just everything is so calm right now and it's so pleasant and beautiful and still. Okay? So if this is your weekend, you know, just enjoy it. There might be some cuts and bruises from the fight, you know, that doesn't necessarily, I don't mean literally you had a fight with someone. Could be. But something that is rather heavy, at least to you personally, it feels heavy, even if it's not a big deal for everyone. But to you, it was difficult, and it took time and patience and struggle to overcome it, but you did. It's in the past now. Okay? Enjoy this harmonious stillness. And possibly, like, this queen is just staring at me, and she's so loving and kind right now. And she's staring at me, like, reminding me that you can, if you are a person who has spiritual guides, or you worship or work with certain deities, angels, ancestors, anything, pay attention to their messages to you during this weekend and possibly do some work with them, light a candle, meditate, do some journaling, whatever you usually do to work with them, and just kind of, even if you don't need something from them, you can occasionally contact them and just spend time with them, you know, just thank them for helping you get over this. Let's get some affirmations. Your boundaries are worthy of respect. Okay, that goes well with that one. So if this is something that you really struggled with, someone was pushing your boundaries, even if it feels like, if it's kind of one of those things that someone is like, but come on, that's just stupid, like, just, why do you do that? But to you, it is important. I can't come up with like a thing, but like, if you don't want to go somewhere and your friends are like, but why? And it's just because there is one person that you do not want in your presence going to be present there. And you're like, no, I don't want to be there because that person is there. That is your boundary. Perfectly worthy. Perfectly valid. Okay? Your gentle kindness is your strength, not your weakness. And you are a loving person. You deserve a loving life. This, I find it a little ironic, if that's the right word for that, but like, air signs are not usually considered the kindest, gentlest signs out there, right? But we can be. We just don't show it how other people might want us to show our gentleness. Just like I was talking about this queen, usually people see air signs, especially the Queen of Swords, as very cutthroat and logical and just stoic. But just look at her. Isn't she just the kindest, gentlest queen in the whole world? We do have that in us, and I'm an Aquarius, so air sign. We have that in us, and we can use it as a strength. Okay, sometimes we take emotions like, I have a feeling, I have an emotion. But we can also lean into those and use it as a strength, not a weakness. Okay, it's normal to have emotions. It's good to have emotions. If you don't, you're not a human. You are a loving person. You deserve a loving life. Goes perfectly with the boundaries. Okay, worthy, valid, all of them. What you decide, if someone has a problem with a boundary that you set, it's their problem. You don't need to change your boundaries just because someone else has a problem with it, okay? It's a problem that they have, not you. You deserve a loving life. If there are people in your life that do not help you have a loving life, unfortunately, they kind of need to be cut out. Yeah, we do that. Boundaries, they're important. But anyway, it looks like air signs are going to have a nice, chill, calm weekend. Take your time, honor yourself, honor your spirit guides or ancestors or deities, whatever it is that you work with, and just enjoy the stillness. You made it through whatever it is that you were struggling with, okay? Have a fantastic weekend, air signs. Next up, we have fire signs. Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. What's up with you? What is coming your way for the weekend, or the last weekend of September? Nothing. Oh, okay, almost. Well, now, come on. Fire signs? Maybe Sagittarius and Leo. Come on. Okay, fire signs are being stubborn. And we got the Judgment. You're being a little stubborn, okay? Messenger of fire, so that's your energy. It's Knight of Wands and Six of Water, Six of Cups. So again, it was the water signs. I was talking about it. Bottom of the deck is Chariot, so it's like I feel like you want forward movement, but somehow you're kind of stuck in the past, okay? Something in your past, you are just thinking about it non-stop, you just can't get over it, or someone or something is kind of coming back into your life, okay? And you're not necessarily very happy about that. You're kind of probably trying to escape the situation, whatever it is that is kind of coming back. It might just be a feeling, okay? Let's say you used to have really, really bad anxiety and it's starting to kind of manifest again. And you're like, no, I'm not going back there. Which is obviously, you don't need to go back there. Just kind of remember the lessons that you learned. I feel like it's not something that is coming back for good, okay? It's something that is, you might have forgotten a lesson that you learned before. So it's something that comes back to kind of, hey, pay attention. You went through this before. So if you are entering into something that might cause you to get into that it's like, you don't do that. You did that lesson, you learned from it. Now remember the lesson and look at the situation again through the thing that you know. Dig that knowledge back up from the back of your mind that might have slipped away. Okay? Let's see what we get from here. That feels very specific, so it might not resonate with everyone, okay? But like, whatever it is, it might be a person that comes into your life, an ex or an old friend or something, and you're like, didn't we, something is fishy here. Like, yeah, something is fishy. You don't need to let them back in. Even if they come, crawling, you just remember the lesson that you learned from whatever went wrong there and do better this time. The universe is kind of, sometimes it's like a pop quiz, okay? To check if you still remember. Your feelings are always valid. Always. Always valid, no matter what it is. If something comes up, if it's your anxiety, if it's your ex, if it's your mom that you haven't talked to in 10 years, whatever comes up emotionally, it's valid, okay? Don't push it away, handle it. Like I said, it's like a pop quiz. It's like, now that you have lived through other life lessons, possibly 5 years have passed, how would you handle this situation now? Let's see, by bringing this thing up again. Whatever comes up emotionally, it's fine. It's emotions make us human, okay? If you feel sad, if you feel like you still miss that person, but you don't want them back in your life, that is perfectly valid, okay? Don't run away from the situation, okay? Deal with it. If it's a person and you don't want them back in your life, you can just not answer their text or something. You don't need to. You can walk away, just don't run away, okay? There we go. There is true beauty in authenticity. Always be true to who you are. Yeah. Usually lessons like this, the breaking cycles kind of lessons, teach us something very valuable about ourselves, who we are, who we want to be, who we do not want to be. So if something comes back, even if they come back crawling, if it's not true for you, if you do not want to be that person, don't. Ultimately, do things that make you feel good. If you are the main character in your life, okay? You should feel good in your life. No one else is going to live it. You are the one living it, so make it a life that feels good for you. Okay, fire signs? I hope you have a fantastic weekend nonetheless. And finally, we have earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Let's see what is coming your way, okay? We have a lot of water. And is it more water? Yes, it is. Bottom of the deck, we have Chariot, just like we just had for fire sign. So there is this kind of forward movement, or at least an urge to. And since we have all water, might be that you have very much water in your chart, that this is just your own energy, or then you could very well be dealing with a water sign. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. King of water, especially, kind of represents a person. Doesn't necessarily need to be a king. It can be woman, any water sign person. Somehow I am linking it to a Pisces. That could be very pertinent to some. Nine of Water is definitely a good card. It's like the wish fulfillment, like you have everything you could dream of. But Four of Water or Four of Cups is kind of a bored card energy. It's like you are not satisfied with what you have. You have it all and still you are not satisfied with what you have. It's like you are still looking at something like, well, why can't I have that too? There is still a possibility to go from a 9 to a 10. True. But usually we don't get there by looking at what other people have and just staring at it, wishing that We had it instead. We need to work for it. It's not enough to just dream about it and wish about it and hope about it and not move your butt from the sofa to do something about it. I mentioned Pisces. Pisces is a very kind of dreamer energy. So maybe that is why I was drawn to that sign especially. So it might just be your energy that you are just dreaming your days away. Possibly of what other people have and you don't. And just completely not even paying attention to what you already have. There is a very distinctively possessive energy in this reading. It's like, I want it all. I don't care about all the jewels that I already have. I want everything. And it just feels very heavy because of that. The King of Water is a very gentle card. If you look at this card, he looks like a very tender person, very gentle with these little fish there. And it's like all that is just out the window. It's not even in your... I'm just looking at this mermaid, this woman figure. And she just looks so determined to be upset that she does not have what everybody else has. Okay, so maybe really put a pause on that. Take a look around at what you do have. Even the littlest things. Okay, it's in the little things. You need to appreciate the little things. And if you really want something, move your butt and do something about it. Fall in love with yourself and the world will follow. If you are dreaming of your best friend's boyfriend, or there is, maybe that was a bad example. Well, not necessarily. If there is, you just looking at people like, they have it all. I'm here, I have everything, but I'm single. Where is my love? And you are so bitter because you don't have that you look unattractive to everyone who looks at you. Just because you are so... in that mindset of, I don't have enough, so my life is not enough. So nothing is good until I get enough of what I want. Interestingly, your feelings are always valid. But I would really suggest you go deeper and don't just think it's valid that I want what I want. Of course it's valid. You can want whatever you want. But again, if you don't put the work in it, you're not gonna get it. Things are not just gonna magically fall in your lap. I'm, of course, not trying to invalidate what you are feeling. If you feel like you really want something, you should. It's normal, it's human to want things. I'm just suggesting you take a look at what you already have you kind of turn inward your this determination. Take care of yourself if it's about love that you really like. I need someone so that I feel loved. Show yourself that love first. Okay? Just very, very bitter feeling in this reading. Not pleasant. But again, not trying to invalidate what you are feeling, just suggesting you kind of turn your gaze inward, take a look at what is behind that. And why can't you feel like your life and you yourself are enough right now? Okay, Earth signs. I got a little nasty. Definitely don't have anything against Earth signs at all. It's just, maybe that was for 2 people that really needed to hear that message. It's whatever Spirit wants to come through, comes through. So sorry if that didn't resonate with very many of you. That was all of it. All my elements. I do hope this was helpful. I hope you have a fantastic weekend and the rest of your month. And again, if someone wants a personal reading, there is a link down in the description so you can check them out there. And next month's readings should be up soon, hopefully next week. So I'll see you again next time. Bye.